This content is for informational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Nothing contained on here constitutes a solicitation, recommendation, endorsement, or offer by Draper Goren Holm or any third-party service provider to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments whatsoever.
Well, I've been a blockchain loser for 69 long weeks. I've spent all my money Bitcoins and NFTs. We've bet our life savings on these chains that are made of blocks. But it's Tuesday night, buddies. I'll have my cocktail on the rocks. Another chain launches, another side chain, another airdrop. Transactions per second aren't as cool as tequila shots. Mark Cuban was a rock star, and Gary Vee didn't show up. The blockchain, well, it can't fix this, but Bitcoin, it fills my cup. So welcome to the newbies, and welcome, old friends. Another week in crypto can sometimes feel like it never ends. But we're gathered on this live stream for another blockchain and booze show with the legends, Crypto Sash and Kenn Bosak. So let's fucking go.
So epic. It was like 3 times too long, though.
My mustache loved that.
I feel like everyone watching feels like it was 3 times too short. They were yelling Freebird. I can hear it.
Freebird, let me get more in the back.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. We've got a bunch of people watching, not just, actually, I need to actually set the stage. Welcome to Blockchain and Booze, people. We're so, I think we're super lucky. We've got Crypto Stash Shea here. Cheers, Ken. Oh, everybody's got something.
Yeah, I don't
Gosh,
know.
what do
Occasion.
Ken, what are you drinking? Oh, a Bud Light Seltzer.
Yeah, it tastes like, I don't know, water.
This thing is very low octane. It's like 2% alcohol. It's nothing. It's like
This is 8%.
You can't
but it
read
just
mine
tastes like
because
water.
it's green text and my green screen is greening it out.
Yeah.
This is actually not technically a beer.
What is it?
Can you read the great?
Oh, I remember that.
Lagunitas Reverb. Oh, cannabis infused. All right.
See, I had some of those Pat's Blue Ribbon infused beers out there in LA, and they were delicioso.
I got this because a kid forced me to buy these.
I'm sure
I did.
he forced you.
He twisted my arm so much, and he was like, "You gotta get this stuff, Stash. If you don't get it," I'm like, "Okay."
But they're good, right?
Yeah, it's like really good sparkling water.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah.
Very cool. So guys, wait. So really quickly, I should tell everybody that's watching on all the different live streams that if you go right now to this is Blockchain and Booze. So if you go to meet.blockchainandbooze or meet.blockchainbooze.io, you can go to like the actual live chat in the system. Later, you'll be able to network with people and all that fun stuff. But most importantly, in a few minutes, when we share a link in there, you'll be able to get the sort of proof of attendance fun NFT drop we created just a minute ago. Something that's really awesome, literally just a minute ago. What's really awesome is that I waited till the last minute and I watched a bunch of crypto stash tutorials in like 1.5 speed on YouTube, trying to get shit done like crazy fast. And then of course, you know, a few minutes ago I came on the stream and Stash hooked it up and made it happen in like 2 minutes.
The magic.
Something else I want to say, thank you so much to our stream partners. We're streaming this not just on lunarcrush.com, which you know, I'm a huge fan of course. Where's the
there you go. Get that
right there, Lunar Crush. But also on Blockchain Radio. So thank you, Pierre, at Blockchain Radio for streaming this as well. It's always awesome to catch the recaps afterwards on Blockchain Radio. So thank you so much for your support, everyone. But welcome, guys. Thank you for hey NFT Ignition. You better come into meet.blockchainbooze.io. I also promised I will find a way to give away some of the Fame Lady Squad NFTs as well. But I am gonna go into, unless you know. We'll have to think about how we do it, but I've got some Bro Punks packs to give away as well. So fun shit all around today.
Brolicious.
Yes, but first off, you know, both of you guys are instrumental in me getting sucked into goofing around with NFTs, and you're both the go-to guys that I ask questions to in relation to NFTs.
Oh, thank you.
Both my favorite guys. So stoked to be hanging out and doing this and embarrassing myself with the theme song number 69. Stoked. But first I want to hear. Okay, I'll start with Kenn, because the first NFT I ever got was an NFT you created, and it was like the support Kenn badge or something that I bought for $4.20 like 3 years ago or something. I think that was my first NFT. So give us your at least high level background of crypto, and everyone sort of knows you at this point, but some people might not. So tell us about yourself.
Yeah, that was years ago. I remember that. I think you used like USDC too. I was like, wow, I got a stable coin now. Or it was something. I feel like I remember that whole thing. That's amazing.
You don't remember
so many years
that
ago.
at all.
I do though, because I remember him putting a bid in on another NFT as well. He put a bid in on one. Do you remember putting a bid in on one?
I do remember. I bid on one, and I think maybe you even gave it to me. I don't remember, but it was something you were selling for a lot more than I could afford at the time. So I was like, I'll throw in a bid for like 20 or 50 bucks, because I didn't know how to use it. It was brand new, right? Like nobody was using NFTs yet.
Yeah, we were all that was definitely just me playing around. I didn't even expect anybody to do it. And you were just like, yeah, I saw that. That's why I remember, because it was so early on. But yeah, I actually remember right around then is when I made my business card NFT. So like every time I went to a conference or somewhere, people that didn't really know me, if they were like, if they were strangers and I kind of wanted to like get in their heads, I would just be like, yeah, give me your wallet. I'll give you my business card. And they would, show me their MetaMask. I'd send them an NFT and they'd be like, wow, like your business card's an NFT. And that was like,
it probably wasn't even MetaMask. It was Trust, because MetaMask didn't have a mobile wallet yet.
oh, that's right. It probably was Trust then.
That's what I was trying to find, my Trust app, so I could find the NFT
That's funny.
Long lost NFTs.
That's right.
Oh, don't remind me. I have so many wallets that I don't even remember. Like, I know I backed them up, but I don't remember if I have recently engaged with them. But yeah, I've just been, playing around with NFTs. I, kind of got more involved with it through Splinterlands. CryptoKitties and all that was cool, but as soon as I could do something with my NFTs, like play a video game, that was Splinterlands for me. And I'm a big fan of Magic and Pokemon. So,
boom.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I think that might be one of the first ones, but I have so many in here now. I don't know if that was the first one or it was something else, because I'm
the
trying
metadata, bro. It's all on the blockchain.
That's right. That's right.
This can be verified.
It can.
No, this can.
This can be verified.
That's right. That's right. So you've been super early in NFTs, but before that, you were also, I was seeing you at crypto events. You're talking about Bitcoin and other crypto. Stash, you kind of, when I first met you, you were more talking about the gaming side of things, I think, but then NFTs, are a huge part of that, right? Give us a little bit of your background.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a gamer forever, and NFTs really piqued my interest around the CryptoKitties time. I was doing content creation at the same time. I saw this, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. I had seen things like CryptoPunks, man, and I'm like, that art kind of sucks, bro. I don't even want that shit for free. And so decisions, it happens. But CryptoKitties really is what put it on the map, and I realized, oh wow, there's a lot more to this. And it was the same thing with Bitcoin for me. I saw Bitcoin in 2012, but only saw a little scratch of the surface of it, and I was like, not impressive. It's when you really could dive down and saw the utility of something that gave me the notion of, okay, there's potential here, right? Yeah. So I started covering it, talking about it, and then that eventually led into the gaming side. So I started working with Engine really early on, just a little bit after after the ICO, and I was one of the first. I was the first YouTuber to do his own cryptocurrency NFT. There was nobody had done it before, because it was all project based. It was all oh, this project did it, or this game was doing something. There was nobody was really doing individual tokens.
Yeah.
And so I was definitely one of the first ones. And with their Engine, I airdropped it to 5,000 people, and it was a good experiment for them. And
I got one.
You're the reason why I have an Engine.
And I got Bosak has one. I have all Bosak's NFTs too. We collect each other's stuff. So.
Yeah, we do. I try my best at least. Some of Stash's are pretty expensive after they hit secondary market, so I have to keep up on those drops.
Yeah, that's very true.
I've
just been covering NFTs. Just been covering NFTs and gaming in general, the NFT greater NFT world, but a lot to focus on gaming and stuff here over the last 3 or 4 years. And I do my own NFTs, and I do tutorials on it and how to create your own NFTs. Yeah, that was one I did for LA Blockchain Week. I made a specific one just for the event, and this is not my first event one either. So I had been trying to give away NFTs for years already, in 2018. And people didn't want them. They were just there's 2 people. I'd be on your stage, and at the end of hey, there'd be 1,000 people. I'd be like, hey, anybody wants a free NFT? Come see me after the show. Just raise your hand. And 5 people raise their hand, and I get a tiny little line of people in front of me, they got their wallets ready, and I was excited to give out 5, at that time. And now it's these things go like that.
I could tell you it was. Think about this. It was way pre-COVID. Obviously, because I was on an airplane with Joseph, it must have been about 3 years ago. So Kenn's must have been 4 or 5 years ago. Yours, the one I just shared, was 2019, but I'm sure it wasn't the first one I got from you. I was with Joseph on an airplane, and we were using Mintable, I think, probably because Kenn, you told me to use Mintable back then. I used Mintable on my phone, and I minted a selfie of Joseph and I that I drew on, and I minted an actual NFT while flying on the plane on Mintable on my phone. It was the coolest thing ever. I've got some of those plane. I think I called them plane FTs or something like that. But
Bosak does those, but in real life.
Yeah, with the stickers.
Yeah. Well, dude. Okay, so then we go to Kenn. For years I think I knew Kenn as the dude on Twitter and on YouTube that took 30-second selfie videos slapping crypto stickers on airplanes and shit, which is really awesome. And wait, you posted the other day that one scammer dude, I forgot his name, who really gets
you're
in jail now? What happened with him? He's in jail now?
Yeah, he got arrested at the airport trying to skedaddle with people's pension money. Said he's laundered through this Bitcoin pension scam that he was doing. And yeah, I heard him talking about that exact scam at the conference when I kind of made that video and called him out, because I overheard him clearly trying to scam these people out of their money. And I'm like, wait, this dude was just on stage. And then I'm just looking around wait, it says Satoshi Nakamoto with his face right there on a picture. And we're in a conference in Las Vegas with tens of thousands of people. And I'm just
how bad do you get?
Nobody's going to say anything. So I don't know, man. The video was definitely me out of my normal character, because I was a little bit more upset than normal, because I was upset that everybody basically made me do it. Because I looked around, I saw Charlie Lee and all these other people, and I'm like, no, none of you are going to call this guy a scammer.
They don't have the balls. They don't have the balls.
He got arrested though, trying to leave the country with people's money. So I'm just happy he's finally, getting what he deserved. But unfortunately got away with it for so long, even after that video. And it's got over 2 million views on Twitter.
That's absolutely bonkers that well, dude, that's the thing with this space. I've told people all the time, I talk about our conference a lot and stuff. And people are like, oh man, selling sponsorships, you must make tons of money on the conference. We don't make money on the conference. We do DGH and that's our business, right? But I had to tell somebody recently that, oh yeah, every single year when we do the conference, there's multiple people where we don't allow them to sponsor. They're like, what do you mean? We ask them questions about their companies and they don't have good answers. We won't let them sponsor. And they're like, damn. So they're willing to pay you money and you won't let them sponsor? We're like, yeah, we don't even have a very high bar. We just at least ask some basic questions, right? Some of the projects in hindsight, can't stop every single crappy project from launching or
that's true.
Being at a conference. Not our job to totally police it. But it's so obvious sometimes that people are just trying to I don't know, in LA at least, when you would go to events a few years ago, there was this big rush of cannabis companies, because I think people decided, it's becoming legal. Here's a place where we can get free money. We're going to say we're launching a cannabis company and everyone's going to give us their money. Money's going to fall from the sky. And the same type of scammy person looks at crypto in the same way, right? There's so many people that just come to the space because they're like, oh, free money from the sky. I'm going to make a token and everyone's going to give me money. And it really sucks, because it makes the real people have to work a little bit harder to set themselves apart, I think. But we try to do our best. But you can calling people out and doing what other people are too scared to do is fucking awesome. So thank you for what you do, dude.
Thanks.
But
I got kicked out for that, by the way. They kicked me out of that conference for doing that.
In hindsight, who's wrong there? So.
just want to put it out there. I got kicked out, and this guy got the red carpet treatment. So yeah.
Well, that's the difference though, with when the people running the conferences actually participate in the spaces that they're in, and that the people running the conferences actually care that the industry exists.
I almost got kicked out of your conference, remember?
Wasn't it? It was security was just who is that dude?
Yeah, dude, they thought I was a homeless guy who wandered in. They were like, you got to leave. They wouldn't tell me why. They were like, you got to get out of here. And I'm like,
in their defense, though, I mean, you kind of have a little homeless vibe there, buddy. You have a
Dude,
little homo vibe there.
it was so
And when
funny.
you're talking about
They-
NFTs and you're confusing them, they don't know what the hell you're like. But
they
I'm an
think I'm
NFT. And they're like,
delusional.
Well,
Nah, dude.
there was.
That's funny.
I remember I had a conversation with Matt today, the new dude that we brought on, who's like the director of our events and helping scale it and all that. And he's like, okay, so I just talked to this security company. I think we might use them again. And I was like, hold on. Let me just double check. Because there was that year, they not only tried to kick out Kenn, but they were just like this one security company we hired, like was I think one of our biggest of the conferences in terms of like the 2017 craziness. So I remember them like not allowing some of the speakers even backstage because they're like the room's at capacity, and they were had a major attitude. So I remember just today I was getting flashbacks of that security company who were just completely clueless and the biggest a-holes. But that's yeah. But yes, Kenn, you know, maybe part of it is the dressing lifestyle choices, right? Although when I come to our events, I'm wearing like a suit and stuff, but most days I'm a shorts and a t-shirt. You know, I'm still wearing the clothes I slept in last night, so that's me. Okay, wait, really quickly, I'm gonna throw this up again though. There's hundreds of people watching the live streams, all spread out right now. But if you go to meet.blockchainbooze.io, you can participate in the conversation. If you're watching, you also go into the Q&A and ask questions for Stash and Kenn, so that if you have anything you want to discuss, throw it into the QA. But I'm about to put a link for the sort of proof of attendance free NFT we got dropped on here. It's a wax NFT. The song that I did at the beginning, by the way, is gonna probably a version of it will be a part of this drop that I keep promising to do on Calamint, but I'm a little too embarrassed to keep putting it together. But this was a first step. It's gonna be on Calamint, but this particular one's gonna be a link that Stash helped me create. Well, he really created it. Let's see here, where it's the NFT blocks one, right?
Yep.
So go to that. If you have a Wax wallet, it'll take you 2 seconds to get a free NFT. Oh, Kenn is in the chat right now too.
I'm here for the free NFT.
That's right. I got to click on that too, actually.
It goes live in T-minus 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Ooh, we got 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
You got to be there too. So these things, when they're free, they'll get snapped up like almost instantly. So if you're not there right at the time of when it drops, you may not get
I better get one.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong and no one takes them. I don't know. See,
a lot of our community talk trash about other blockchains that aren't Ethereum for NFTs sometimes. And, you know, but I've been preaching all the things you've taught me a lot about Wax. We've brought on Calamint and some of the Tezos crew to talk about what's happening for NFTs on Tezos. So you better have a Wax wallet. Wax is easy too. You can get a wallet literally by just using the wallet connect thing, connect with your Google account.
Yeah.
Although you might need some Wax to have the transaction fee to pull it, right?
Usually once you create a brand new wallet, you'll have enough to like at least claim an NFT like that. But did you put the link in the chat for everybody or no?
I put the link in the chat. I just connected my wallet. It's you know, it looks like we got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. What I'm also gonna do is wait, Kenn, tell everybody what this pack of lighters one is, so I can.
I was just watching one of Stash's tutorials because you know he makes awesome how-to videos, and me and Crypto Miggy, who's laying down. Right, look at this cute. This guy just drove me from California all the way to Miami. And we just got here like today, so he's relaxing. It was like a 5-day or 4-day journey. It was amazing. He's a great driver. But yeah, me and him were watching Stash's tutorial, and I was like, man, I haven't done any packs yet because I've just been slacking because I'm a stoner and just don't want to do it. So I was like, I should do packs. Like, I need to get hands-on for when people ask me how to do it. I know, and I followed his example in his video, which everybody should watch. And instead of like selling the packs for Wax, I decided to make people have to redeem NFTs that I already have for the pack. So if you want one of these packs, you're going to have to redeem it for other NFTs. And then you can't open them until tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. Eastern. And if you have, a chance to get the gold one, there's only 100 of those that exist. And then after that, it's pretty much done. But we'll see. It's a race to see who gets a gold lighter, basically.
Oh, to see who gets the gold. And you have to, basically, to get it, I have to trade an NFT I already have? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, so blend. Yeah, you got to blend 10 Kenn Bosak coin NFTs. So I have my own coin, but the coin itself is an NFT.
So I got to get 9 more of them to get one of these. Okay.
Right. So you're basically using like shillings, like 10 gold shillings to redeem for a pack of lighters. And then inside the pack, there's random chances to get different colored lighters. And then once you get one of each color and a gold coin, you can blend them all 4 to get that gold lighter there's only 100 of.
Oh, I see. That's pretty fun. Okay, I'm going to
share the blending. So that NFT is gone. So if you guys didn't get that free NFT, boom, gone.
Literally gone already?
Within seconds, yes. It's already gone. I didn't even get one. I didn't even get one.
I didn't even get one either.
Seconds late, and I hit the button. They're like, max claimed already. So,
dude, that's got to be some bots and shit. What the hell? Is that some bots? What just happened?
That's how we do it on Wax. Yeah, it may be bots.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because even if you didn't share the link, right, it's still available on the drops page, right, Stash?
Well, everything's out in the blockchain, man. So once you create a drop link and there's a free one,
public.
People will see that it's public. That's why I said, you got to be there right when it drops.
So
I'm trying to see if I can find any for sale.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do, because I don't want something like that to happen again when I do the Bro Punks giveaway. I'm going to say, tell all of your friends, I wonder if I can do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. It's going to take me a little extra time tomorrow and some Excel sheet magic. But I can actually see not only who's attended the event, but how many minutes you spent watching on the meet.blockchainbooze.io. So go and stay till the very end, and I will do some kind of math and spreadsheet magic, and I will give 5 different people. So it's not one person doesn't have a chance to get more than one. I'm going to send 5 different people a note tomorrow, or maybe late tonight, depending on how much time I can spend on it. And you will get a Bro Punks NFT. Ken, tell everyone about Bro Punks, and then we should probably jump into more questions about specific, stuff instead of shilling our shit.
Well, Bro Punks is actually something Joel Comm made of me for me, just to say, like, I love you or whatever. So he made, this whole Bro Punks thing, and then came into me and said, hey, check this out. What do you think? And I said, I love it. It looks awesome. And yeah, he ended up, selling out, which was awesome. I didn't expect that. It was like, I think 4,000 packs available, and they were like $20 each. So it was like an $80,000 sale in like one day. And I thought, that's pretty badass. People, love it. And they're all like mint 1 of 1s. So, it's pretty cool that everyone gets like a mint 1 of 1 thing. And I just think it's cool that people are doing things kind of in my likeness and in my image. I'm immortal now, which is cool. And yeah, it was just like, a thing that's going to be ongoing. So if you had a Bro Punk the other day, they did a Bronus packs. So if you got a Bronus pack. So if you had a Bro Punk, you got another pack to open to get another Bro Punk, which may continue to keep happening. And we're only at series 1. So I'm looking forward to how, Joel will take this, but I'm kind of hands off. It's really like has nothing to do with me other than it like looks like me. And I love it.
I got
That's
Bro
so cool. Okay, hold on. Danielle.
Yeah. I still haven't found the one I want on the market yet. And I can't say which one I want, otherwise it'll go nuts. But I have that link in my corner, and I keep clicking on it every once in a while to see if anyone listed it. It's there. Somebody has it. I'm just waiting to see if they put it for sale. And I can't say which one I want because that will affect whatever they want to sell it for. So I'm just like stalking that specific bro-punk.
Do I own it?
No, I don't think so. No, unless you have like a backup wallet that I don't.
Is it a wallet that has about 100 bro punks? Or actually, I haven't opened all the packs. I still have like 20 unopened packs. I think.
Oh, you should have opened them, because if you open them, you got bonus punks. Yeah.
But somebody told me that it's cool to leave unopened packs too. Plus, I knew I was going to do this.
Well,
giveaway.
see, that was probably Ken. I see now. So we always talk about that too, because he likes to keep all of his packs closed. And see, me personally, it depends on which way I'm going with the project. Either I open them all and leave like one or maybe two unopened just for shits and giggles, or I leave most of them unopened and maybe only open one or so. With Bro Punks, I knew that there was a reward drop coming, so I opened all of them, and obviously I want to see what they look like too.
Yeah.
So.
See, I know. See, I was sitting there and playing the song with my daughter over and over again. Open up the packs one by one. It was freaking awesome. But then somebody on Twitter, I don't know. Hey, I'm throwing Danielle up here too. She was in the chat.
Hey, Ken.
Danielle,
What's up?
You'll know her from Twitter in the NFT community. Danielle, would you open up all your packs? Or would you keep a few unopened?
Usually I like to keep some closed.
See,
Like I'll never open them. Just long.
When I was younger and I'd collect comic book cards, I either opened all of them and tried to make the sets, or I would try to get the whole box of the packs. I never kept like one pack. It was either the box or I would just open them up and put them into those folders, right? Like, and try to get the whole set together. But I never did the individual packs, but I felt like I should keep some, especially because I knew I was going to do the giveaway today.
See, it depends. So if there's a certain number of rare cards out there and you watch them appearing and you see like, oh shit, they're probably not in my packs, you might want to sell them right away, like at about 75 to 80% sold, because you might not have shit in there. If you wait too long, then people will figure out what you actually have in there, because there's only so many of each type.
Yeah.
Danielle, I sent you a link in Twitter DM to claim a Bro Punks pack and a Bonus pack, so you can open them up and see what you get.
All right.
But we got to hear the theme song. If we don't hear the theme song, don't open those damn packs.
Oh yeah, we could definitely hear that.
Yeah, you got to crank the volume up when you do that. Hey, I'm okay. So everyone in the chat, by the way, I want to hear questions for the crew here. Danielle, who just joined us, has very quickly become an NFT OG. I don't know her as well as the others, but you know, I think maybe 6 months or so ago, you started, at least came onto my radar, and I started following you, and you give a ton of great advice. You helped me today with some Fame Lady Squad NFT advice. You want to give everyone your background really quick, since we got you up on stage?
Yeah, sure. So I got into crypto in September, and I found out about NFTs in October when meme came out, or a little after meme came out. And that's really when I got into the community. Cool. And I do have a background in education. Like I have, a degree in education. So to me, it just made more sense to learn and teach and, kind of follow my nature that way. But at first I started making NFTs, and like, I'm an artist, but I'm not the best artist. Like, I'm just an okay artist. I make some cool stuff, like physical stuff. I make like some badass resin tables and stuff, but it just doesn't really translate well to the digital world. So after a while, I just started like mentoring new artists, finding people who are making some badass stuff online, reaching out to them, trying to explain to them how to make NFTs. Mm-hmm. I made NFTbasics.com. Then I started getting involved in like marketing of the NFT projects a little bit. And recently I started a game studio, and I'm building a NFT project on Matic.
Nice.
A lot of roadblocks though. Matic is like not, it's got some things that it is lacking.
Yeah, I was trying to do something the other day because I essentially wanted to use Matic to do something I actually wanted to do on Ethereum, but knew it would just be like ridiculously expensive, and so I wasn't going to do it. but I hit some roadblocks too. I don't know if, I think layer 2s that are meant for, DeFi and stuff like that aren't always, it doesn't always make sense from the NFT standpoint. Although
Well,
it should
like
be
OpenSea doesn't have an API on Polygon yet.
What was that?
So OpenSea doesn't have an API for Polygon, which is how everybody pulls information for NFTs. It's extremely hard to build anything NFT related without an API to index the NFT information.
Yeah.
So now we're
that
building
makes-
that instead of building the game first, but we'll get there.
Cool. I have a question that I'm going to throw towards Stash because I think of the crew here, you're the most knowledgeable of this stuff, but everyone else chime in too. Where the heck did he go? Oh, what do you guys feel, or Stash, how do you feel about, how do you think the metaverse is playing a role in the NFT market, right? So for people who don't know, the metaverse is kind of like things like crypto voxels or different things, even Superworld and others, where you can live in the digital space, right? Like you can have a second life in the digital space, and pun intended, because Second Life was one of those first companies back in the day, pre-crypto that was doing this shit. Do you think the metaverse is a big deal here, or is it just one avenue?
I mean, I think the metaverse is a big deal, period. I mean, not just like here in crypto. I think that this concept of a metaverse, a digital world where people go, they interact with other people, there's experiences to be had, there's things to be traded, there's crazy conversations and people to meet, I think that is super important. And it's been important, in the gaming world for a very long time. I think that, as gaming really has become mainstream here over the last, we'll say 10, 15 years or so, it's definitely taken a bigger, step in the right direction of really, realizing this kind of Ready Player One style world that people see in kind of the future here. And so I think that we're already seeing that trend. We're already seeing things go more and more digital. More people spending more time in a digital world, like what we're doing right now. You mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So these things that are very digital in nature are going to continue to gravitate to what platform gives them the most fluid and the most exposure, right? The most fluidity in use, ease of use, and then the highest amount of exposure. And I feel like right now metaverses are not necessarily that, because they're still very niche, but they're getting there. I think the technology hasn't necessarily caught up with like a virtual world, right? So something like a Decentraland, or if you look at some of these other 3D type of stuff that is out there, VR type of stuff that you might be kind of experimenting with, people are doing cool stuff with, but it's just not hit that mainstream. That's really where the metaverse is going to come into its own once we have some of these tools that are a little more mainstream. So I think it does have a big effect on the digital world. Now, when it comes to NFTs and where that crossover is, there's a much greater effect there, because we're very focused on the underlying, utility of a metaverse like this, and valuing things in a digital nature. When I jump into BCL and there's a brand new wearable that I can go get for free, like, I want to go do that. And that's cool, because now I can sport that around in my character and, look super fresh at the next virtual party in Decentraland. And I expect to be able to do that in other games like the Sandbox and other places too, where, they're just kind of getting ready to launch things. But yeah, I do think that it has a big impact, and that, a lot of the cool things that we can do as far as accessibility and uniqueness of NFTs with utility do have to do with putting them in sort of metaverse, right? Having some sort of cool digital utility versus how a lot of times, we have to give utility in a different way, whether it's gamified or whether it's a physical thing, or like Gary Vee did something with where he's basically monetizing his time and things like that. So I think it does play a pretty important role, actually.
Am I the only one that feels like the metaverse is missing something?
It's missing users. It needs more people. That's really what it needs. It needs more people.
I think it depends. I think actually some of them have too many features and things, and I've felt I've actually felt my user experience was better in the ones that are more like like Roblox style or really super basic. Like I actually don't like the ones that are trying to be real life. Like I actually like the versions better where you're like a character, a stick figure. Like that's not the part I'm missing. Like I think in all of our technology, like I used to say this years ago when I was in like the techie startup world, not crypto, but I was saying sort of the next, I felt the next sort of evolution of technology was trying to fix like the sort of intimacy problem that technology created, right? Like, and I don't mean sex, I mean like actually like us hanging out together. Like this to me is not that different mentally than if we were in the same room together. I would of course love to give you all a hug, but like I feel like I'm closer to some of my friends that I talk to over Zoom every single day or every once a week, whatever. Like, you know, some of our portfolio companies who I hang out with every week virtually, I feel closer to than some of the people I see in real life once a month, right? Like, so I think that we've already bridged that gap with tech, but like the metaverse shit, I almost want like more fake life. Like I want to fly like Superman and do the stuff that like I can't do in real life, right? And keep it simple, just about having a connection. I don't know, but it is to me in some respects it's missing things, but in other ways it's super cool and it's missing people. Yeah, like
I think that's really it, man. I think that, you know, like you said, you know, having the experience that it can be basic, but just needs to be enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Roblox is super low poly, doesn't have like it. That's a super. It's as unpolished and crappy looking for a game as you can possibly get. But tons and tons of people play it because it has this. It hit this perfect, you know, mix of playability and, you know, light customization and easy for kids to pick up. You know, and so I think that when you talk about some of the metaverses we see that are NFT based, yeah, they do get a little complicated. You have to use currencies, you have to use wallets, there may be real money involved. You know, so it becomes much more of an adult type of thing. And so, you know, maybe that's really what's missing is it just being a lot more simple. But I think we're just getting started when it comes to NFTs and crypto plus metaverses. You know, things like Roblox are already garnering millions and millions of players every single day. So we know the format works. We know that that's something people want to do and they want to spend time in because they've been doing it for a long time. And just getting more and more mainstream. But the NFT part of it and the crypto part of it is the big hurdle that a lot of people have trouble getting over. And so that's still an onboarding issue and something that we're going to have to deal with. But eventually it'll be so fluid, just like it is right now. I mean, you buy V-Bucks in Fortnite, boom, you use in the store. It's super easy. You have your credit card, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't take a lot of thought. You know, the wallet's created for you automatically. You don't have to worry about losing things. And so, you know, I think we're getting there, but it's a slow uphill battle with some of the hurdles that we have as far as, you know, the tenets of decentralization and, you know, real true ownership of something and having security over something like that. Because up until now, you know, we trust Roblox to keep all of our things we've paid for, all the things that we have that pay for Robux. Because I'll tell you right now, when my kid lost something that she had paid in Robux for, she was like freaking devastated, man. You know, but that's a centralized server issue.
Yeah.
Not that it can't happen in a decentralized manner, but it totally can, you know. But
at least it can be fixed though when it goes wrong in a centralized
you have people
manner.
to complain to about it.
Right, yeah, and that's another hurdle right there. Is people were like, I'm afraid to lose my skin.
Yeah, I think that's what it really comes down to is the level of self accountability gamers don't want to take on. That's really.
As somebody who came from the gaming, like I've been a gamer all my life, and like I go into the metaverse and I'm like, okay, like I'll come back when I need to. Like, give me a reason I have to go there because so far,
community is that's the main reason why I found myself coming back. You know, is it there's a community that I connected with. I've played tons of games too, MMOs in particular, where I'll go in and I'm like, oh, I like the MMO, I like the style, this is fun. But then when it comes to long-term viability of me staying and spending time in that game, if I don't find a community that I can connect with people that I can spend time with, talk to and chat and play the game, then it's not something I'm going to stick with. And I think the same thing is with these metaverses.
Usually you play the game and that keeps you engaged until you find the community that keeps you around even longer.
Yeah,
now,
that's a good point.
I walk around and I'm like, okay,
I need IoT. I need better wearables. Those headsets are too big.
I have a cool outfit, but I'm done now.
What happened to Google Glasses? That would have got me more in it.
Alon's wearing them right now. Wait, I got a pair.
I wish. That would be cool. Well, we've got computers in front of us. We don't need them yet. So,
but it's not as immersive, right? Into that like metaverse. If it's wearing like one of those Oculus headsets, if I think that's another thing is like the Internet of Things, that physical devices that really bring us into those virtual worlds. Yeah. I think it's just the more comfortable they can make it for us physically, the more comfortable it'll be emotionally in those environments. A lot of the times, like if you're in like a self-deprivation tank or whatever, and you're just floating there, if you hit like the wall, it'll wake you up out of it. So you need a bigger room, and having those like virtual barriers in your house that like, hey, you're about to bump into the TV. It kind of makes it like not fun because now I'm worried about stepping on my dog and smashing my TV while trying to play a video game.
Yeah. No, I think that's a thing. That's why I gravitate towards the simpler stuff too. I almost like every metaverse experience on my computer better than any other way, right? Yeah. So it's
simplicity. Simplicity reigns, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why Roblox is so successful, because they did not worry about the graphics and it being overcomplicated. They made it stupid simple, and they made it a social experience. And that's really, like I said, kids come there because they connect with this community. Yeah, there's little games that you play, and that's a big part of it. But I mean, you can only hatch so many eggs, and you can only train so many, animals from infanthood to adults, and blend them into higher level, like ultra rares. I mean, and that's smart. You can do it, trade around, but
you can do it so many times, but the kids can do it over and over and over again.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about the games we were playing when we were kids.
Yeah.
Oh, they
repetitive stuff, man. I was just playing Atari the other day. Me and Ken were playing Atari, actually. Remember, buddy? And we're like, dang, man, it's just so hard. Why?
I didn't remember Pong being this hard.
Yeah,
no,
like,
it requires more
Galaga.
skill, though.
It really does. That's what we were saying.
The simpler the game, the more skill you actually need to play it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'm going to jump into another quick topic, just because there's a question here. But then, unless you guys have an addition to it, or know of something new that I don't, we'll jump to a different question. But somebody asked, how complicated is it to set up an NFT gated access to a website where we suggest? So I've actually done this before. There's a tool called Collabland that I've used. I swear it's because of no alcohol.
It is blockchain booze. We can't fault you.
I know. So Collabland I actually used with an NFT also, where you can you use this bot. You can have it actually give access to like a Telegram chat or give access to a Discord channel or something like that. It's really cool, called Collabland. I think you could use it for websites also. So check that out. It's really cool. We did it with we were going to create something called the Shitadel instead of the Citadel. But my son thought that was too many bad words. By the way, my daughter is the one that helped me make that video earlier. And she was the one who said I had to beep out the word shit and the F word. So,
all right. Well, if it's the Shitadel, I want to be the skid mark in charge.
I mean, it only makes sense.
Thank you.
That was good. So okay, this is a great question. I would love to get one of you guys to hit it. For the rest of the crew, I've got opinions, but you guys are here for a reason. How do you guys see NFTs being applied to industries outside of art?
I mean, they already are.
Well, what's your favorite use case, or what do you think will be the biggest use case outside of art for NFTs?
I guess I'll go first. I think monetizing their promotional campaigns, making money by promoting the thing that they want to make money selling at the end of the day anyway. A lot of what we've seen in the NFT space is interesting to see, like, the free NFTs that are airdropped into wallets as promotional flyers actually start to be traded. Even if it's for a penny, it doesn't matter. They add up, and people are collecting 10 or 15% of that. For them to feel like they can make money off of something that used to only cost them money and only get them money by making them a sale, if they could give you a flyer in your wallet, and if you you want to throw it away by selling it for a penny, they're going to make money off of that, and they're going to realize that. So I think that to me is the most interesting thing outside of art for every single industry in the world is we can now monetize promotional things as if being able to make money from sending spam email. You know, I send spam email, but if you want to sell that email you got from Napster in 1999, you can make money from that now. And I think that's
somebody who airdropped 1 million NFTs. I can agree with that.
So yeah, I think they're going to airdrop 1 million NFTs all the time, and they're going to make millions of dollars from people selling promotional flyers on the blockchain from every industry.
But you know, right after that happened, OpenSea did add the feature to just hide NFTs out of your wallet. So
well,
but
because you can't burn them on Ethereum because that would cost you way too much.
Well, see, the ones I dropped were on Matic, which doesn't even have a burn feature yet, Fran.
Yeah, that's even worse. Pay for it. We just don't have it, guys. Sorry.
That's hilarious.
Well,
you can't burn them.
It was pretty though.
That's funny.
And that is really
troll NFTs are a thing for sure. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, he's right. It's already gonna happen. As more and more people have access to it, as easier it gets. You know, and so you know a bunch of people's popular wallets are gonna airdrop in these things, and people have wallets that are just gonna be sitting there full of crap at some point. So you definitely got to be able to burn some stuff or hide it somewhere. But burning, preferably, I want that shit gone, out of here, done, no more. You know, and the burning mechanic is a pretty important thing overall when it comes to NFTs. I think it's invaluable. Like, you know, there's whole you know, cool collections and games that have popped up on Wax in particular just around burn mechanics. And so to not have that or not have it be easy, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice. So in particular with Ethereum, you can't do some of these really cool things. That's one of the reasons why I really love Wax is that you know, the creativity is unlocked there because there's no hurdles to creativity. On Ethereum, you can't do things like that. You can't do where you maybe airdrop some tokens for free and then you blend 2 together or 3 tokens together to get something else because you pay so much transaction fee.
So much higher though. Like try to find a team of 5 developers to build on Wax for, you know.
Well, not even that, but I mean, you have to be whitelisted to do anything on Wax now, so it's gated in a whole different way. I'd almost rather pay all the fees that Ethereum wants to pay just so I can do what I want to do. Like earlier, Alon couldn't even do a damn drop because he's not whitelisted. It's such a gated environment now. It's lost a lot of what really makes it.
It's like that on all chains, though. There's not a chain.
Yes, it depends. But the thing about Wax is they did such a good job, at least up until now that I've seen, and I'm coming from an outside perspective because I've participated way more on Ethereum and even Tezos than I ever have on Wax. And what I saw happen on Wax is that most things happen on like 2 websites. And yes, a shit ton of stuff happens on OpenSea, for example, on Ethereum, but you participate on, you know, when you participate, the reason why there's so many developers, right, is that there's 1 million open source projects. I went to the famed Lady Squad site to buy that NFT, right? And I went to I don't know what was the whale kid thing the other day to buy that.
Weird whales.
But it all happens on their separate websites. I don't go to CryptoStash's website to buy his Wax NFTs. I go to the awesome site that Wax already has set up. So now all of a sudden, if you're new on Wax, you got to get into the in club. Kind of like, you know, when I don't know, like Nifty Gateway and some of those were starting to get popular. People would go to that site and be like, "What the fuck? I want to launch an NFT," and they're telling me I can't get in. Right?
Nobody is on OpenSea is gonna take seriously a collection that was minted on Ethereum on OpenSea or Rarible though. Like you're not gonna have good success with the project you just minted yourself. Well, like the profile picture projects like the Fame Ladies and stuff, the ones that do just mint it themselves on OpenSea and Rarible, nobody buys them. Nobody cares.
But what to what you were saying before, it's not that hard. It is hard, you know, if you're not technical, it's always going to be an uphill battle to like figure out like, I don't know, a smart contract or Solidity. But once you've been in the world long enough and you find some different friends and people in the space, there's probably somebody you could bribe or hang out with and go, show me how to use multi-sender, right? Like I hung out with the meme community people when my son wanted to do his drop, and they showed me how they did a fork of the multi-sender contract so I could do an airdrop for the puku.eth, NFTs, right? And it's pretty rad. But if you find the right person, and you engage in the community, you'll find people who have versions of that, right? I didn't have to learn the code to use that multi-sender contract. I essentially had to know how to use a spreadsheet and take a bunch of addresses and paste them into, Etherscan, right?
Yeah.
But you just have to know these things exist. And
right. I mean, the same thing is with Wax. I mean, it's just a smaller community. It's not that there aren't copy and paste things that you can grab, contracts that you can manipulate, because there totally are. And honestly, developing on Wax is I wouldn't say it's like harder at all, because there's no proprietary language you have to learn. Solidity is not super hard to learn for an advanced developer, someone who already has the skills, but it is yet another language you have to do. With Wax, you can use popular coding languages to code your app in and stuff like that. So if the contrast of building and using smart contracts, or using the different blockchains like that, it's just there's less information out there on Wax, because A, it's a newer blockchain, obviously, and B, it's just not as large of a community as Ethereum is. So I think once it gets to that point, then it'd be just as easy as it is right now.
I will tell you. I'll tell everyone. And I've got no stake in Wax or portfolio companies, DGH that are built on Wax or anything like that as of yet. But I will say, when I wanted to goof around today on Wax, it was a pretty awesome user experience. And I Googled like 4 different things, like basically looking for tutorials. And all 4 things, there was a video by Crypto Stash teaching me how to do it.
How it always is.
It's pretty awesome.
At least someone finds my videos. I mean, I don't know, man. At least someone's out there finding them.
Hey,
somebody knows SEO. That's all I know.
It was. I literally shared a screenshot of my Google results, and I said something about SEO for Stash, because it was spot on. So guys, we don't have much time. I want
an NFT for SEO, where just like a driver's license NFT.
That would be
nice.
awesome.
Well, those are the applications that a lot of people don't kind of like don't see. When you're talking earlier about art, like what else? Well, gaming obviously huge, but then when you look at other things like records, medical records, driver's license, any kind of unique thing.
You know how annoying it is to have this in my pocket, and it doesn't help when I need a driver's license when I get pulled over, or I'm at the passport. I'm like, I can't prove my identity with this amazing technology.
In order for that to happen, though, security has to go up like 10 steps from where we are right now, because you have to be able to give somebody a wallet and know that they're the only person that's going to touch that wallet, that information, and that you're not going to have it hacked and sold and whatever.
Well, right, that's where
we're at right now.
But I could steal your purse.
We're not there.
And then I could steal your identity.
You wouldn't have it for the
you hand your credit card to a waitress. She goes and walks away from you.
Yeah, but I can cancel that. Right? That's different than something minted that's forever your identity.
You can cancel that too, though, and just mint another NFT. What do you mean?
Burn it unless it's automatic.
You don't even have to burn it. You would just say, this is no longer void. This is null and void of an NFT.
But then that comes into a whole nother level of KYC, right?
When I steal your driver, how is it different from the physical solutions? Is all I'm saying.
It's at worst the same, but probably better. So many.
I'm just saying, people right now don't know how to keep their wallets safe, so we shouldn't be sending their IDs to it.
Yeah, but people don't know how to keep their wallets safe in real life. They get their pockets picked and they lose their credit cards. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have amazing technology like credit cards, right? I don't think we should worry about the problems of the solutions. Let's focus on the things that it solves, like me actually using my phone. I'm just saying we
need to just figure out a way to keep the wallet safer. That's all I'm saying. We could do both. We can build it and also come up with solutions.
And the kind of part of the solution there is just kind of, zero knowledge proof type of style, right? So whereas, using an NFT to prove that you're 21, but without actually having to release any of that information. So if it's compromised in some sort of way, you're not getting full access to that information. But what that wallet does is literally just give you a bridge to give a zero knowledge proof that, yes, this person does meet the age requirement and they can have whatever's going on. And that all happens seamlessly in the back end. There's no UI for it. It's just an instant type of thing. So, I mean, it's possible. It's just, we're just not at that level where, the usability and the UI UX has really caught up with a lot of the technology and the way that consumers want to use it in the mainstream. For us, we can manage our wallets because we do this, but for people who are outside of that tech world, it is hard enough to manage a damn bank account, man, and keep that shit at above zero and not have to hit those crazy overdraft fees that all these horrible banks are charging you guys. Please do something about it. And crypto is the first step. It's not easy, but you'll get there, and you just keep learning and building, and we will get to a point where it will be easy to have all these things as NFTs too.
I don't think we have to worry about the privacy part.
I think that there's gonna be people will figure it out. Guys, we don't have pretty much any time, so I want to throw something up on the screen and then give everyone a chance to give a plug before we go. For anyone watching, if you go to meet.blockchainbooze.io, where people are chatting and asking questions and all that stuff live, you can go there, and for the hour or as long as we keep it open after the event, people can go and network and hang out, turn on their screen. And speaking of metaverse, we could see each other's faces and keep having conversations at tables, not just us four, but everyone else who's watching and participating. And I want to give a plug to Lunar Crush as well, because they're streaming this, and they are one of our favorite companies.
They're good people.
Portfolio company of ours, and I turn into Garth from Wayne's World on every show. Normally I have a shirt on too, but go to lunarcrush.com. It is the best place to get information about crypto if you want to trade, which you should only do if you are into trading. And
it's still good research.
That's the best disclaimer ever.
Trading is really freaking hard, and it's also not for everyone. But if you want to know data about cryptocurrencies, and I shouldn't say if you want to trade, because if you want to know about really specific communities, we talked a lot about communities here. Lunar Crush is the best place to go to actually learn about the data related to a crypto community. So in all seriousness, if I look at any specific token, I know Crypto Stash was on Theta earlier, right? I can look it up. By the way, you should all be subscribed to Crypto Stash on Theta and YouTube. But I was watching Kenn and Stash on there earlier, and I went over to Lunar Crush. I looked at the Theta token. I can see on Lunar Crush not just how many people are talking about Theta token today on social media, but I can actually see how many individual people are talking about it compared to how many were talking yesterday or 6 months ago or a year ago. So you can see the growth and health of a community. You can see if they're getting more people talking about them, or if it's dropping off a cliff and people are abandoning it for any reason or another. And you can find out so much more. So for that reason, I'm a super fan of Lunar Crush, and I'm conflicted because they're a portfolio company and all that stuff, but I'm gonna say it because I want everyone to know the truth. But guys, thank you so much for being here. I'd like each of you to give a plug to something. And before I go again, also thank Blockchain Radio for sharing this stuff and helping spread the good word. Why don't, Danielle, you go first, give us a plug. Or where can people follow you?
I'm just gonna plug my Twitter, follow me, because I have too many things going on to pick one thing. If you're looking to learn about NFTs, that's the place to go.
Oh, by the way, Ken, Jacob Katzoff in the chat has asked many questions and wants to see your diamond hand. I think they caught that. So why don't you give your plug?
Let's see it, Bosak. Boom.
Oh, dang.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Tell
got
us about it and give us a plug.
It hurt really bad. Don't do it. I have a virtual reality NFT version of myself that is now living immortally on the blockchain, known as Kenny, Kennee. You can go to kennydoll.com, KENNEEDOLL.com, and it's only $1, and it's an NFT that you can play with like a fucking G.I. Joe. You get accessories like a hat. You can put a hat on it. You get like a joint. You can put a joint in his mouth, and now he's smoking with a joint and just chilling. And it's just like a cool toy that you can play. It's super, super cheap. It's only $1. So kennydoll.com, KENNEE doll.com. and I get 0% of it because all the money feeds into the project. So more and more stuff will keep coming out. So it'll be around forever because like I'm literally not taking a penny, and every dollar goes into the project. So when I'm dead, hopefully it'll keep making money and they won't scam me and they'll keep the project alive.
Nice.
I mean,
Stash, give us a quick. I already plugged your Theta and your YouTube channel, which I've told everyone how much value you can get from following Stash. But what else do we got? We got Twitter, everything else.
Yeah. I mean, my main platform is Twitter. So just like you see at Crypto STACHE on YouTube and also on Theta. And I got a website too. I have a bunch of stuff on there. So also beginner articles and things like that. But make sure you catch my live streams. I have a lot of fun live streams, a lot of information, a lot of alpha dropped in these live streams every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you follow me on YouTube, you get a notification. And I do Tuesday with Ken. Me and Ken do it together. The NFT beat. The NFT beat. Watch it. And then Secret Agent Stash is on Thursday, and that's all about NFT gaming. So.
Yeah, Secret Stash is awesome. Secret Agent Stash. I love the costume, by the way, and you infiltrating a conference in Miami. I wish I could have been there. That was awesome. That was such a great video. Okay, thank you guys so much. We got to do this again, and we need to just set up one of these streams in the morning and just hang out all day because I don't think it's going to work out for just an hour at a time.
Hour is so short.
I know. So everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Go to Draper Gorham Home to follow our stuff, or go to LA Blockchain Summit because we're starting to make big announcements for that in November. Here, come hang out. I'll be there right now with my camera on to hang out with you. Meet.blockchainboost.io. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Ken, Danielle, Stash. Dude, guys, thank you.
Love you guys.
I will see you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Yeah.